5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whichever time that you are hearing this. My name is Trevor Jones, and this is Stewed, a YAHAWAH production.
Good morning. Have you ever been in a situation where you've volunteered to help someone, or you've just reached out to try and help someone, or someone asked you to help, and all of your efforts are not, they don't seem to be going according to plan? No matter what you do, it always seems that there's an obstacle, there's a barrier, something holding you back or holding you down. So when you come to the end of it, the person or things or whatever that you're trying to do or help are ungrateful. May not necessarily ungrateful, but are starting to get frustrated because things are not going according to plan. You start to get frustrated because things are not going according to plan. And it is until we have to sit down and realize, whose plan was this according to? Because if it was my plan, their plan, your plan, but it wasn't God's plan, then we may need to take a step back. I recently had a really good friend of mine explain to me that God said we must work for 6 days, just as God did, and on the seventh day we must rest. And we take submitting, sometimes we take that in error, we take that the wrong way. I work for 6 days, I work for however many days in order to try and fix the problem, in order to try and help and come to a solution. But on that seventh day, I need to submit it to God. I need to let God know that I can't do it on my own. Even if I'm supposed to be doing it, that, Lord, I need your help. Lord, if it is in your will, I need for you to do it. I submit it to you because I don't have the strength enough to do it. God, I love you and I trust you, and here I am trying to move mountains by myself with little to lack of faith, and all I had to do was just believe that you can do it. Have the faith the size of a mustard seed, but forgot to plant it. The seed can't grow in my hand. It has to have fertile soil, water, nutrients, certain things to help it grow. But first and foremost, Lord, I have to submit it to you. So sometimes we are faced with battles that we are uncertain about. We are faced with battles that we are sure about, and they seem not to go according to plan. But don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Just know that all the days that you work, 6 days, on that seventh day, you make sure you submit it to God. Because sometimes what we have in store, we have planned, God has bigger and better things. So don't get discouraged. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't take other people's frustrations or the lack of thanks for any effort or hard work that you've done. Don't take it for granted or wrong. Just learn whatever that we do, we must submit it to God. If I want to take a field trip, I submit it to God. If I want to go down the street, I submit it to God. If I want to read a book, get up and cook, turn my light on, turn my light off, before I get in my car, before I check the mail, I have to submit it to God first. He is the ultimate teacher. He is my Father. He is everything that I've needed and didn't know that I had. So before we make a move, we must submit it to God. I hope that is encouragement to someone. I hope that you get it. And for those people who are not necessarily believers, not religious, but believers, realize that you've lived in a world who's trained you and taught you that you make your own life choices and decisions. Well, I'm here to ask you, how has that worked out for you thus far? Trust and believe everything that I have ever tried to do for myself has failed, but everything that I've submitted to God has succeeded tenfold. I've gotten more things by being patient and submitting it to God than I ever have of me moving on my own. So try something new. Try God. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You guys be blessed.